Good morning. I need to start off by, first of all, finding Baroness, and then once I have found her, no, that's Bobby. Bobby, why are you waving your hand? Oh, thanking Baroness for once again asking me to present the Tom Scheuren Award. Baroness, you know how much this means to me. You know, I had the honor, and I think it rises to that level. I had the honor of working with Tom Scheuren, and he was an exceptional individual. So to be asked to do this once again, I want to thank you very much. If there are other Tom Scheuren Award winners, I would love you to come up to the stage as well and just join in this presentation. I don't know whether we have anyone joining us, but if there are, please feel free to come on up. Tom Scheuren Award is the result of having been inspired by, if you're not familiar with the story about Tom, Tom was the director of one of our services. Please, come up, steps are right here. It's good to see you again, Don. Come on. Come on. Tom was the director of one of our programs. And is Julius Jackson here? The only thing debatable about Tom Scheuren is not whether he was someone that we all admired. It's not someone that we didn't necessarily all honor. It was not someone who we looked to for inspiration. The only thing that was debatable, but what was the name of his program? Therein lies the debate. Julius, in your loudest voice, what do you remember the name of the program to be? Ahad. Julius remembers it as Ahad. Others would say, and I think Tom might say, Ahad. And the name of that program, it's important to understand what it stood for, because it is, I think, what was the source of inspiration about working with Tom. And despite whatever your life circumstances were, despite whatever it is that you had to face, it stood for always have a dream. Tom, unfortunately, died in 1993. Suffered a brain aneurysm, and we lost him before you knew it. What we didn't lose, though, is that we didn't lose the inspiration that Tom had left behind. And a certain quality of work and a certain enthusiasm that was evidenced by all of the other individual Tom Scheuren Award recipients that followed. Donna certainly being one of the perfect examples of that. We decided at that point that we were going to memorialize Tom's energy and persistence. So we have, since 1995, made this award. So I'm going to need some help with this one. But I first want to tell you about the selection process. As I think was mentioned by Marco earlier, we had a number of nominations from across the country. It was absolutely, I feel somewhat selfish here, because it was absolutely inspiring, as Baroness and I can attest to. We read about some wonderful stories that need to be shared about the work that's being done by our coworkers across the country. And we had the difficult task then of selecting one award recipient. And I can tell you that this particular award recipient is truly deserving of this recognition. But I need help. So I'm going to ask a random person in the audience to come up and help me. Patrick. But we need one other person to join us, and that's the actual award recipient. And that person does not know that he or she has been selected. So I need...
Chris Van Smith, please come up to the stage. Surprise.
Just know that I still hold your hand. You look so good when you walk by.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Patrick Oleski, and I am the Center Director at the Family Practice and Counseling Network's Health Annex, a community health center which provides comprehensive, compassionate, and quality health care in Southwest Philadelphia. Southwest. Chris Ann Smith has been the Community Engagement Specialist at the Health Annex for over a year and a half. In this time, she has brought an inexhaustible spirit and energy to the Health Annex. As the face of the Health Annex in the community, Chris Ann has brought a renewed vigor to relationships with existing community partners and has greatly increased the Health Annex reach into Southwest and West Philadelphia. Additionally, Chris Ann has headed the Family Practice, American Cancer Society, and NFL's Crucial Catch campaign, a breast cancer awareness program that's across the country. This program has led to dozens of uninsured women in Philadelphia getting mammograms and support through Chris Ann's sister circles, monthly sister circles. This year saw Chris Ann reestablish the UPenn Bridging the Gaps program at the Health Annex. Chris Ann and 2 graduate students devised and implemented a questionnaire assessing the health literacy and health literacy needs of the Health Annex's West African patients. During the Ebola outbreak last year, Chris Ann worked closely with the Health Annex's medical staff and our West African community partners to ensure that our West African patients would not be the target of discrimination just because they are from countries where the Ebola outbreak was active, similar to the discrimination faced by Syrian refugees today. Chris Ann's professionalism and dedication to the Annex and its patients serve as a role model for us all. These examples and many others reflect the commitment and dedication that Tom Scheuren showed during his lifetime. I'm proud to call Chris Ann a colleague and a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Ann Smith.
Chris Ann joins a very, very special group of RHD employees. Chris Ann's name will go on a plaque that recognizes all of the Tom Scheuren Award winners. That plaque is on display at the central office. Come and visit. In addition to that, we have a certificate that honors the work that you've done. Inside that certificate is a copy of the nomination that Patrick was so good to offer. Thank you, Patrick. And a check for $250. And an assortment of RHD goodies from across the country. So at RHD, we don't want to really make anyone feel uncomfortable. But in this instance, we'll make an exception. So what might you want to say?
Well, first of all, I want to say good morning. And it's a pleasure to be here. This is my first Values Day event. I joined Resources for Human Development, Family Practice and Counseling Network last April. So I'm kind of the new kid on the block. I am totally shocked, unprepared, and blown away. I'll talk to you later. I asked him, do I have to come to this? Because there's a Taste of African Heritage cooking class that I want to assist in. And he said, yeah, you need to come. So I am speechless. I am honored. I give praises to God, who is central in my life and my family, that reared a little girl from public housing at 12th and Poplar, who went on to Girls High School and the University of Vermont. I feel like a late bloomer because I'm just getting started with my work. I had an incredible mother who started the welfare rights organization in 1960s with Roxanne Jones. I come from good stock. We didn't have money, but we have pride and we had dignity and we had love. And that's what I bring to this world. I am just like shocked. So thank you so much. I'm going to sit down. Thank you. God bless you all.
One more time for Chrisanne, please.
Can I say, Carsey? She for the hell of it.